Hey Comet Nation, I'm Superintendent Mike Molnar, and I'm here today with Technology Supervisor Doug Cogdell, and we're here in the Nord wire closet because we're talking about safety and security, which right now, Doug, is one of the major focuses of school districts and communities in our nation. So let's talk about why are we here and what project are we talking about today?
Okay, so we're talking about improving the security in our schools, particularly with Nord School and also over at AJH. What we're looking at here, we can see here the project as it started here at Nord. The wiring has been completed, and we're going through the process of really making some great improvements for the security in our district.
Right, so we're really talking about security cameras and security camera system.
Right.
So how did this project even come about?
Okay, so back in December, we applied for a grant from the state of Ohio. They were offering the grant up. We got together, we formulated a plan, and unfortunately we didn't receive the grant. Very few schools actually in the district received that, but honestly the security is just so important, so that we determined that regardless of that, we're going to make a plan. We're going to use a general fund to go ahead and fund this initiative to make sure that we took care of the things that we needed to take care of.
Yep, we didn't receive the grant, but this is too important to pass up. So we were moved ahead forward and wanted to get this done this summer. So tell specifically Nord. What is being done here at Nord? What was it like before? What's happening now?
So huge improvements in Nord, in both schools in fact, but here at Nord we were kind of starting from the ground up. We had very few, like 7 cameras. We're improving that to 42 cameras.
Wow.
So the visibility, the safety and security within our building is just going to skyrocket with NVRs, with longer play times and recording times, so that we can really see what's going on in the buildings.
So 7 to like 44 cameras. How do you decide how many cameras, where they go? Talk to me about that.
Okay. So it's a whole process. So we include a lot of key stakeholders in that, like SROs, our school resource officers, the contractors. They're very good at understanding the vulnerable points in a school. Our principals, our principals know better than anyone what's happening within a school district. So they know all the points that they need to see, and just to keep things safe and secure in our schools.
Yeah. Now Nord is an older building. AJH is much newer. So I would imagine we had some cameras at AJH. So talk about what's being changed there with the camera security system at AJH.
Okay, so AJH, its real problem wasn't so much the amount of cameras like it was here, it was the quality of the cameras. So the upgrades will kind of more than quadruple the megapixels in the cameras to allow just so much greater detail and visibility, so that the principals and the people that need to look at these cameras can actually identify exactly what's happening. In addition to that, we also found some points at AJH where we really needed to add some cameras, particularly outside in some of the areas, to make sure that we had full visibility throughout the campus.
Right. Now Powers is a brand new building, so they have a great system.
Very nice.
We're upgrading AJH and Nord.
Yep.
The last question obviously from the community is, well, what about steel?
Yeah, Steel, we're looking forward to some great things to happen in security at Steel coming up, which kind of leads us into the next point as far as some good news that you have to share about how we're going to make that happen.
Yeah, so our focus was AJH and Nord, and we were going to use general funds to make this happen because we didn't receive the grant last year. Well, just yesterday we got news that the state is putting $100 million towards safety and security grants, and they decided to fund every project that was already submitted. So we have found out that our project that was denied is now accepted, and so we're receiving $136,000 to do these projects. Now, even though the project started, I did look in the grant and it says they're funding projects back to January 2022. So even though we started this already, we'll still be able to use the funds from the grant for this project.
That's exciting.
And the original proposal was to do steel as well. So we're going to end up probably meeting with some people, principals, contractors, looking at steel because it's a much bigger project.
Right.
And we'll probably be doing that sometime this year, or if not in the summer, if it's going to affect classes and movement around the building, right?
Right, yeah.
So we're excited about that grant, Doug. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you, Combination, for joining us as well. Have a great summer.